You finish scrolling, and you feel worse than when you started. Flatter. More wired. A little hollow. So why, 60 seconds later, is your thumb already reaching for the phone again? It is the first thing you reach for before you are even awake, and the last thing in your hand at night. And here is the strange part. You are not even enjoying it anymore. The fun drained out months ago, and your thumb didn't get the memo. So if it stopped feeling good, why can't you stop? The answer is one chemical, and it does the exact opposite of what you think it does. If you'd rather understand the machinery behind your own habits than be told to just have more willpower, subscribe. This is the science of why you do what you do. If that's not your thing, no hard feelings. Keep watching, because this next part is the whole point. When you reach for the phone you don't even enjoy, you are not weak. You are caught in something with a name. Call it the wanting trap. And it starts with one fact about your brain that almost everyone gets backwards. Dopamine is not the pleasure chemical. Two neuroscientists, Kent Berridge and Terry Robinson, at the University of Michigan, spent decades pulling apart two things we lump together: wanting and liking. Liking is the actual pleasure, the enjoyment, the warmth when something is genuinely good. Wanting is different. It is the chase, the reach, the pull toward the reward. And here is what they found. Dopamine runs the wanting, not the liking. So hold on to this, because it is the whole episode. There is one reason the phone feels magnetic in your hand, but forgettable in a drawer. And it has nothing to do with willpower. Here is why that one distinction changes everything. Wanting fires for the chase, not the catch. Which means your brain can scream "want this" while the thing itself gives you almost nothing back. You can want something intensely and barely like it at all. Sit with that for a second, because it is the trap in a single sentence. The gap between wanting and liking is the entire problem. The phone keeps your wanting cranked to maximum while your liking quietly flatlined. So the fix was never enjoy it less. And it was never white-knuckle more willpower. It is something much smaller and much stranger, and I will show you exactly what in a minute. So why does it get worse the more you do it? For that, go to Anna Lemcha, a psychiatrist at Stanford, who wrote a book called Dopamine Nation. She describes the brain as keeping pleasure and pain on a balance, like a seesaw. Every hit of dopamine tips it toward pleasure. But the brain hates being tipped. It wants level. So the moment you get the hit, it pushes back the other way, hard, tipping you past level and down into a small deficit. A come down. That dip below where you started is the hollow feeling from the very beginning of this video. The flat, wired, slightly empty feeling after you scroll. And here is the cruel part. You don't reach for the phone again to feel good. You reach for it to stop feeling worse, to climb back up to level. Except every hit buys a smaller lift and a longer dip. So you reach more often, for less and less. The fun genuinely drained out. The wanting never did. That is not weakness. That is chemistry doing exactly what it evolved to do, 100,000 years before anyone built a feed designed to pull on it. Your brain is running survival software in a world built to exploit it. And that word, designed, matters. Because the reason the wanting stays cranked is partly on purpose. The feeds that refresh unpredictably. The pull to refresh that works just like a lever. The badge that never quite clears. These are not accidents. They are built to keep the wanting system firing, whether or not you ever like what you find. And I want to be careful here. The point is not that some villain is out to get you. It is that the design patterns are aimed squarely at a circuit 2 million years old, and recognizing the design is the defense. You cannot out-willpower a system engineered to pull this lever. But you can stop handing it the trigger. Quick, honest note. This is education, not therapy. If your phone use is genuinely wrecking your sleep, your work, or your relationships, a licensed professional is the right call. For the everyday pull most of us feel, here is the one move that actually works. Back to Barrage, because his lab found the key. Wanting is cue triggered. A cue tied to the reward, the sight of the phone, the buzz, the little icon, spikes the wanting before you have decided anything at all. The decision feels like yours. The spike came first. Now put a number on it. In 2024, surveys of phone use kept landing in the same staggering range. People check their phones well over 100 times a day. Far more often than anything rewarding is actually waiting on the other side. The checking isn't tracking real rewards. It is tracking cues. And that resolves the thing I asked you to hold. That is why the phone is magnetic in your hand and forgettable in a drawer. In your hand, it is a cue, firing your wanting every few seconds. In a drawer, there is no cue, and the wanting it would have generated simply never starts. It was never willpower. It was line of sight. So here is the move, and it is almost insultingly simple. Put the phone out of sight. Not face down on the desk. Out of sight. Another room, or a closed drawer. Out of sight removes the cue, and no cue means the wanting spike never fires. The urge you would have spent the whole evening fighting mostly just never arrives. Make it mechanical, so willpower never has to enter the room. The phone charges in the kitchen, not beside your bed. It goes in a drawer during deep work, not face up next to the laptop. And when the reach happens anyway, because sometimes it will, do one small thing. Name it. Say the word, wanting. Just that. Notice that you don't actually like what is on the other side. You just want it. Naming it as wanting, not need, not boredom, lets the urge crest and pass in about 90 seconds, without the screen. Let me make it concrete. Picture a normal evening. Phone face up on the couch beside you. Every few minutes, without ever deciding to, you reach. Pick it up, glance, put it down, feel a little flatter. Now run the same evening with one change. The phone is in a drawer in the next room. The cue is gone. And the reaching, the thing that felt completely automatic, quietly stops. Not because you fought it, because you never got the signal to start. That is the whole move. Not a detox. Not deleting everything. Not a 30-day program. One lever. Take away the cue. So here is the whole of it. You can't put the phone down because dopamine was never the pleasure chemical. It is the wanting chemical. It keeps you reaching for a hit that stopped feeling good a long time ago, and it fires the moment the phone is in your line of sight. So the move isn't more willpower. It is smaller and quieter than that. Put the phone out of sight. Tonight, charge it in a different room than the one you sleep in. Tomorrow, when your thumb starts reaching, name it in one word, wanting, and notice you don't even like what's on the other side. That's it. Not a detox. Not deleting everything. Just take away the cue and watch how much of the pull was never really yours. If understanding the machinery behind your own habits is what you come here for, subscribe and keep one of these close. The Human Code. The science of why you do what you do.